Hi, this is Dave. Hi, this is Dave Perry, and you're watching Retro Gaming Revival live.
Good evening. It is Wednesday. It is just after 8 o'clock. It is time for Retro Gaming Revival Live. And live is a big hint in the title there. Slight technical snag. I do need to get a new mouse. I've been saying this for about, 6 months. My mouse is dreadful. So either way, hopefully, like Tim said, no one noticed. I think everyone noticed, really. But never mind. Anyway. This evening is a Nottingham Video Games Expo special. The name is literally there in the title. It is going to do exactly what it says on the tin. So thank you everyone for joining live. We will go through who is in the chat in just a minute. But yes, this evening we have one of our usual reprobates, Mr. Triangle Face Tim.
Hello.
And then our guests of honor this evening are Mr. James Jarvis from ItsMuchMore and Al from Gamesreup. Welcome, chaps.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. It's our pleasure. How are you both this evening?
Go for it, James.
Yeah.
He looked like he wanted to say something, then didn't. Go on, James.
No, I was just scratching my my brow. But yes, no, I'm good. Hopefully you two are, and thanks for having us on.
That's all good, mate. Yes, I'm all well. Breathing in and out on a regular basis. So the key bits of living are there. Key bits are there.
That's awesome.
Anyway, let's see who we have in the chat. We have got Mr. Rob Taylor in the chat. Good evening, Rob. Always wonderful to see you. We've got Daniel from Wave. Hello, Daniel. How are we doing? I hope you are well, sir. We have Mr. Middle-Aged Gamer. Wonderful to see you. We have Mr. Matt Games. Evening, sir. How are you doing? I hope you are well. We have Mr. Dorbs. I know Dorbs and Ryan and Blunners have all got lots of things going on this evening, so hopefully they'll be able to catch bits of this as we go. We have got Mr. Phantom Fiction. Afternoon. How are we doing, sir? Oh, it's afternoon for you, isn't it? Absolutely, it is. Excellent. So let's jump into our first thing that we're going to talk about. So I figured I've got a rough structure of things. I know we tend to go off on tangents and ignore the structure, but I figured I've got something here to keep us on track a little bit. It's been a few months since we've had you guys on RG Hearts, so I figured we would start off with what we had towards the beginning of the year. And that was OLL 23. Lots of people still talking about it. Lots of people still think it was a really good event. And obviously, I got to meet you two fine gentlemen for the first time in person, which is always a wonderful thing. Yeah. Excellent. So how was OLL 23 for you guys?
Jay, okay. Well, yeah, no, it was. We're always so polite to each other. Yeah, no, it was really, really good. We did so James did his Xbox like homebrew. Actually, no, sorry, Xbox LAN setup with Counter-Strike Outrun, which is really, really good, very, very popular. And I obviously did as you can imagine, Dreamcast homebrew stuff. So we did that kind of together. Plus, we obviously got to do some stuff on stage like you as well, Ollie, which is really, really good fun. But yeah, no, it was a really good time. And to be fair, I ended up taking home a girlfriend, so it turned out very well.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? Really, cracking weekend, good times with friends, got to mess about on stage, and you come home with a girlfriend.
Exactly. Couldn't have asked for anything better, right?
Exactly that. but yeah, I really enjoyed the stall that you guys had there. It was really good fun playing Outrun. It was Outrun 2, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it, but it was really good fun to play that in a LAN set, and it really reminded me very much of that sort of old school methods where you would sort of par around your mates' houses with your Xboxes, link all the cables up, put all the TVs in your parents' living room, annoy the shit out of everybody for the whole weekend. Normally playing Halo and yelling obscenities at each other. But that was
absolutely.
Yeah. So that was really good fun. And then you had a lot of really cool various brews on your Dreamcast on the other side as well, which and of all the different stalls, I know we had lots of good friends that were there as well. But your stall was constantly busy, constantly people playing, constantly people there chatting, and that can only be a good thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's I think that made it for. I think we kind of noticed a similar thing at the first event as well. To be fair, it was pretty. I
was going to say that's much like 22 OLL, wasn't it? That was very similar.
Yeah. You know, the only difference this year is obviously we didn't have the return of the Daytona Cup, as it were. But hey, maybe another time, right?
Yes, 100%. I know Dorbs was gearing up for. He'd been practicing his Daytona laps, and he'd been doing push-ups in the morning, sit-ups in the evening. He was taking it very seriously. He wanted to have it back, but yeah, it's one of those things. Maybe at the next event, bring it back for a sequel. That would be great. Yes, excellent. So yeah, OLL was a really, really great event. Like I said, we got to speak to you guys in person for the first time after chatting online for a little while. So yeah, it was a fantastic event and a really good way to kind of I guess start talking about what we're going to get to, which is Nottingham Video Games Expo. So before we get to that bit, I figured we'd just have a quick catch up with what each of you guys are up to on your own channels as well, just before we sort of culminate into Nottingham Video Games Expo. So if we run with Mr. James first, so what have people been sort of experiencing on ItsMuchMore over the last sort of about a year? I think it's probably since we've had you on RGR.
So for the year, basically, I've just kind of been branching my brand out there. So I've kind of felt like a rock star as of late because I've been booked out for a residency at the local cricket ground. So I take all my stuff and gaming equipment to the local cricket ground, and they hire me out for pretty much events. So Daytona has been there, and it has been on the Xbox 360, and it has been using a wireless steering wheel. And I think Dorbs' time was beaten. So I might have to bring that to OLL 24 to see if he can beat that. But yeah, YouTube wise, it's just been a case of doing Xbox videos, so going online using the Insignia service because that's the replacement Xbox Live service, Engage stuff, and just various other things. I've not really been doing much. But I've kind of been pushing out other channels, jumping on live streams where I can, and just being the general person that I was when I originally started YouTube, and that's supporting everybody else. So that's what I've been up to.
Excellent. And yeah, it's been really good to see sort of some different bits from you recently, which is really cool. Always enjoy the Engage stuff purely because I don't have one and I always wanted one, and the likelihood of me picking up one is quite minimal. So I get to live my my Engage fantasies through you. So please,
I've never realised there's so many games actually got on the Engage because you've done quite a few videos. I was like, did actually even have that many games out? Because from what I can remember, like the Engage came out, I heard about it later for like a couple of weeks, and then it just disappeared. I didn't ever heard of it again until I saw your videos pop up. I was like, oh yeah, the Engage.
Yeah, so the thing is with that, it's a funny story because Nokia themselves gave me, I think I've told this story before, like 2 kiosks, 2 pods, 2 demo pods with all of the library of games as promos. So they said, take these to events and showcase it.
Yeah.
And like a month after, the Engage then just died. So I had a load of these games and I was like, I sold them straight away because I didn't know what I was going to do with them. But yeah, the Engage there's so many great games on there. Like you've got PlayStation basically games like Tomb Raider and Pandemonium. They look stunning. Rayman. So I've kind of been covering those and kind of covering the Engage 2.0 games, which are kind of like Guitar Hero and stuff which you could download on a phone, a Nokia phone that supported the N-Gage platform. So it's just all using an emulator. I could do original hardware if I wanted to, but it'd be very difficult to film the screen.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
but I just think for ease of use and for others that want to get into playing these games, emulation for that is the right way of doing it. But it's also made me want to go out and buy more of these games and just have them. So it's working.
Nice. Yeah, the one that gets me is the fact that there's an Elder Scrolls game that is exclusive to the N-Gage.
Yes.
An Elder Scrolls game that is exclusive to the N-Gage. I no matter how many times I say it, it never quite sinks in, but it is.
Yeah, and it's a desirable one for any collector of the Elder Scrolls series and franchise. So it was a pretty decent game when I played it as well. I've never played any of the Elder Scrolls games of any kind. You know, I'm not really anything past blimmin' the Dreamcast. I don't ever play. So I think did that first appear on the original Xbox? I think maybe Morrowind. I don't know.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, Morrowind, is that the second one? Maybe. I'm sure someone in the chat will correct us.
I didn't get into quite late on it. Really, the first Elder Scrolls game I played was Oblivion, and that was on 360 when I played that.
Yeah,
that was excellent. Actually,
it's nice to see the comments from people saying, you know, they didn't know Virtual Cop and Sega Rally came out on there, and Super Monkey Ball. It's like, yeah, they came out on it, they were good. So it's nice. And like you said, Ollie, it's people revisiting the N-Gage and giving it some love, because the first model was awful. You had to take the phone apart to change the game. But on the later model, which nobody really saw, the QD, it kind of fixed all that, and it's kind of like more of like a Switch where it had a separate cart for the game slots. So it's a shame.
Excellent. We could talk all night about N-Gage. I can feel it happening. We can feel it happening. So the same to you, Mr. Owl. So with the Games Re-Up, what has been happening with the Games Re-Up over the last 12 months?
It's more of the same, really. I mean, it's just more homebrews and ports coming to the Dreamcast predominantly. But obviously, I do cover Mega Drive as well, and even some Master System stuff. But obviously, the real passion is the Dreamcast. I think anyone who looks at the channel would be pretty crazy to think it's anything else. But yeah, no. And to be fair, there's loads coming up. I've got videos stacked for like another 2 months. I'm 2 months ahead at the moment, so that's good.
Nice, good position to be in.
Yeah, but obviously, if there are newer things dropping, then I can move things about. For example, Driving Strikers, the new game that's essentially Rocket League, on the Dreamcast. Got a video of that coming out. It was gonna be Friday, but I'm just not convinced I'm gonna be able to edit it by then. So it'll probably be Wednesday next week, because the game's actually released on Friday next week physically via Wave Game Studios. So obviously Dan's baby.
Yes.
So yeah,
nice little plug there.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no. It plays so well. I mean, compared to how it originally started, and you could barely control the damn car, it's mental. We need a sold out video. Yeah, everyone loves the sold out games. I need to do. To be fair, I do need to do a video on that at some point. But yeah, as well as that, I've done a review on Counter-Strike for the Dreamcast. That's coming out soon. Loads and loads of different bits and pieces, including there's also actually a I can't really say it actually. Well, okay, so it's a beat 'em up, a famous beat 'em up coming to the Dreamcast as well soon in some form. So that'll be interesting to see once that drops for everyone. Can't say any more than that.
Beat 'em up or a fight? Because I know sometimes this gets lost in translation between anyone. Beat 'em up, as in side-scrolling beat 'em up, or fighting game?
Side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Ooh.
So that'll be interesting. But seriously, once it drops, I hope everyone will love it. Obviously, it's not me doing it. I'm just doing the video. But yeah, hopefully everyone will love it.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, I think there's a few people there. I'm intrigued. Yes, I am intrigued. Excellent stuff. Of all the sort of homebrews and various sort of newer games that you managed to get to play on the Dreamcast, because I still think it's incredible that we're getting new games on the Dreamcast. What would you say has been like a particular highlight for you over the last year? Because there's been quite a few cool games.
Okay, well, I mean, it's the thing that's all for me. It's not actually been completed yet. Is Duke Nukem 3D. the fact that's now coming to the system, you would have thought it already would have been on it. But yeah, it's done by a developer called Russian. He is Russian, called Ivan Guber, I think his name is. Did a video on that only a week or so ago. James brought it to my attention because I didn't even know it had started going ahead even further. But that's pretty damn impressive. Seeing how it was a year or so ago to how it is now is night and day. But apart from that, obviously over the last year or so, we've seen ports like Postal, which probably has to be one of the best ports to these systems so far. Really is. Obviously, Shadow Gang's back there, another very impressive title.
Yeah.
You're probably getting a theme here. Most of these are published by a certain Wave.
Yeah. Yes, they do have a wave to them. It's
they do, yeah. But yeah, no, tons and tons coming out. But yeah, they've got to be a few of the most impressive so far. But there's a lot of smaller developers starting to work on stuff as well. So
yeah,
we'll have to just see how the rest of the year pans out.
Indeed. And Dreamcast was voted greatest console of all time at OLL 23. So I mean that
Damn
is
right it was
technically official. Technically,
right.
officially, the greatest video games console of all time. Not a Nintendo console in sight in the final four, I seem to remember.
Wow, that's quite surprising.
It was there was lots of things knocked out over early doors.
Wow.
Yeah. But yes, we've got Mr. Dorbs there, top guys at our wave. Absolutely, everybody agreeing. It's official. It is official. It is official. Okie dokie. So, chaps, the thing that we are here to talk about, the event of the summer. I'm going to throw it out there. The event of the summer. Nottingham Video Games Expo. So this is your second expo. You had your first event last year, which by all accounts was an absolute roaring success. What made you want to do it again? Because it just looks stressful as hell.
Oh yes. That's one word for it. What made us want to do it again? I mean, the feedback was pretty it was very nice to see. It was because we had put so much time into it, it was kind of like it was just rewarding. Yeah, there was some feedback like, there could have been a few more traders, a few more games to play, that sort of stuff. But that's why we had to go for a bigger venue this time round. So it just, we loved just seeing the community there. I know it was based in Nottingham, but it pulled people from kind of all over the country. So for something that we started on a Skype phone call, me and James were we were like, let's do an event, and then now we're on our second one, and maybe another one in the future. Who knows? But I don't know, James, if you want to say a bit more on the old man.
Yeah, I mean, crazy. It was, like you say, it was tiring, but well worth it. Seeing people of all ages having a great time, meeting up with people from the community that they've never met and only seen on the screen, A, because of the pandemic, and B, because that's how a lot of gamers and people have been as of late. Back in the day when I used to play Xbox online, I never met any of these guys, but I classed them as my friends. And then you get to meet them in person and just chat and realize how cool people are in real life as well. Yeah. So it's like, it was very rewarding, very eye-opening. Something like Alex said, that we just thought, look, we've been to so many fairs and conventions and expos. Why not just give it a go ourselves? I mean, we've taken the good bits and hopefully not so much of the bad bits, and just thought, look, let's try it. What can go wrong?
Exactly. What could go wrong?
Well, there was quite a lot, but
That's good bit of a list.
But it's just one of those things. And this time around, we hopefully have addressed a lot of the feedback that everybody has said to us in the previous one. Not all of the things that they wanted, but we've tried.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, the only feedback I heard was that it was a really great event. I know people will just always find something to give feedback on, and as long as something's always, a little bit, I'm always open to constructive feedback because that's fair and fine. But yeah, like I say, all I ever heard from the whole event was that it was an absolute rip-roaring success. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Like you both said, the community element was 100% there. There was loads of stuff going on with people meeting up, and it just looked like a load of fun. It looked absolutely fantastic. We were all very gutted that we couldn't make it. It was that era of out of pandemic, families all getting together very close to Christmas, and for a lot of us here, we just weren't able to make it up. And I think as soon as we were seeing all the photos going up on Facebook during the day, it was like, fuck's sake, we should have just sold our families and gone to Nottingham Video Games Expo, really. It looked like there was lots going on. So we're absolutely over the moon that you guys decided, let's do another one, because we'll be able to come to this one, which is excellent. So you've mentioned that there's going to be, a few things that you've tweaked, a few things that you've, altered from the last event. So what would you say are going to be some of the big things that people will notice that came last year that are now coming again this year?
So I think, one of the biggest ones is the fact that we've had to expand to have more game traders, because, it's a gaming event. So naturally people want to buy games. When we had Saw Thumb and Light Gun Retro and MGX and all those big gaming like shops and all that, and they wanted to be part of it, we were like, this is it. We've put them literally front and center as well, and they're throughout the entire event. There's game traders everywhere. We were counting them up the other day, and we were just like, wow, okay, we've got a lot now. So make sure you've got a lot of money, whoever's coming, because you're going to literally be spoiled for choice. As well as that, we've actually got more gaming to actually play. Obviously, we've partnered with Antstream, so they're going to be there as well. I don't know whether they're doing competitions yet. I think they might be to a certain degree, but we haven't got the exact specifics. As well as that, we've obviously got Debug with us as well, partnered with Debug. They're going to have all their indie game developers there and some games shown off. There's tons. There's tournaments on stage. Nintendo Nottingham are there again. They were one of the first ones to say, yep, we'll definitely be there. So I think the big one, or the big two really have to be, is the game traders and the gaming areas. I don't know if you think there's any more than that, James, for the big takeaways.
Well, no, you've covered it really. I mean, but another thing as well, bringing back Rare, the live guests on stage, because last year was 2 days. So one of the feedbacks was, why isn't it 2 days, or why is it 1 day? So we're testing still. We're seeing what works. So we've got the guys from Rare that made the likes of Battletoads, Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong Country, and stuff like that. They're going to be there and talking about the whole history of gaming throughout the time of Rare. So whenever you put your N64 in and saw the Rare logo, you can go and talk to them about that and get things signed and chat to them. And that the main stage is going to be packed. Like Alex said, we've got tournaments like Street Fighter and Clone Hero, and you guys as well doing a segment. Looking forward to hearing, because we don't know what you guys are doing.
That's true.
Well, later on, I'll let Tim explain.
We'll drop some
what our plan
reveals.
is. But yes, we're not gonna take away from you guys at the moment. We're gonna let you guys carry on with the with telling everyone, because it's from chatting to you both, for a couple of months about the expo, we're dead excited to come up. But that all those Rare announcements was a big tick for me, huge tick. I mean, I just can't wait to ask. What was it like working at Rare at that particular moment of gaming? Because Rare were just untouchable. And B, what did it feel like creating a go-kart game that was better than Mario Kart?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, that is a question. You got the voiceover guy going to be there, Kev Bayliss, who pretty much done the voices on it, the artwork on it. So to hear what the stories were like in the office back then when they beat a first party title, for people's opinions. And I mean, what Alex was saying earlier, we've got a larger venue, we was going to have an area that was going to be a staff room just for us to chill out. We've now extended that into a second hall with loads more traders. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be, all right, at the end of the day, we just can't wait for you guys and the rest of the people in the chat and whoever's going to experience it. And we just hope that everyone likes it, because it's not taking its toll, but it's taken a lot of time to get everything right that we want it to be good. So handpicking who's on stage and handpicking what is going to happen on stage and what traders sit where and how people will then float around the venue just throughout the day. So yeah, a lot of time and effort's gone into it, and we just can't wait. We can't wait for it.
I think.
Well,
sorry to interrupt.
No,
I was
you
going to
go for
say, as well as the rare panel, we've obviously also got Alex. I've forgotten his surname. This is really bad. I think it's Alex Trowers, from Bullfrog. So obviously, I've already purchased Dungeon Keeper ready to go to be signed. Thank you.
Yes.
There
That
it
is an iconic cover if I ever saw one. Do you remember
Isn't it?
seeing that in shops everywhere? Christ,
Yeah.
that's a cool cover.
Yeah. So I had to purchase that. I've got Theme Park box down there as well. So they're going to be signed. As well as that, we've got Estelle Ellis, who did the voice for Crystal Fox, I believe her name is. Yes, that's right. From Star Fox Adventures as well. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, and she's going to be part of the rare panel. So that'll be interesting to see her take on it all as well. So that'd be really good. The Gebs is going to be there as well.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is. There you go. So yeah, I'm sure she'll be doing vlogging. Maybe up on stage, but like I said, we don't know what you guys are doing. So you'll tell us in a minute.
Hopefully,
and then
so.
Should be an incredible event. And like I said, we've dropped it down to 1 day this year. The feedback we've already had, though, is why is it not 2 days? And to be fair, we've just seen Mag post in there saying he would have been there if it was 2 days. So, hey, in the future, let's face it, it'll probably be 2 days. But hey, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a few more people who've joined in the chat here. We've got Mr. Tolk, who I'm hoping is definitely says he can't wait to bring the fire. So I'm hoping that he will be there. I'm sure he's going to be there with Ali at 16 Bits and Bobs. Yeah, Mr. Essex there saying you guys are going to do a great job. It's going to be a huge success. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I was absolutely gutted to find out that Mr. Middle-Aged won't be able to make it this year, because great time meeting him. So hopefully you're going to have to do a third one now so that we can have another event where he is there as well. This will probably lead us quite nicely, because James, you mentioned a moment ago about trying to get the logistics to work, making sure certain people are where they are and this kind of thing. So I thought it might be quite fun to go over the show floor, because it is considerably bigger than the original Nottingham Video Games Expo, like you said. So yeah, walk people through what can they sort of, how have you kind of gone about trying to set the show floor up?
Well, I mean, did you want me to share it with you on the screen?
Oh yeah, by all means.
Yeah,
if
sounds
you can,
good.
dude,
Yeah.
go for it.
All right, go on then. Let's see if I can do this. Let's make sure no other tabs are loaded in the background.
Clear that history, sir.
Yeah. Where we go? The floor plan. Where have I hid it? Where is it?
It's on the website.
Oh, it's hidden in the bloody FAQ. No, it's not. Floor plan.
I could probably bring the website up.
Actually, no, I've got it. I found it. It's quite hidden now. Let's see, and let's, because I'm used to hosting. I'm not used to doing all this sort of stuff here. So let's see if I can do stuff.
Confirmation and Bishop will be there.
There we are. Can you see that?
Yes, there we go. So let's.
Okay, so the floor plan.
Okay.
So when Alex, you can jump in as well. What we'll do is we'll split up into two. Alex, you can talk about this side, and I'll talk about this side. So it's makes it more clearer. So when people walk in, here is the entrance. You'll be greeted by somebody on the information kiosk, talking about wristbands and showing floor plans and basically telling you where people are located. So you've got two choices to where you start your day. You can go into the main hall, and see the traders there, or you can go into the second hall and see all the traders there. So this hall was originally going to be our little staff room, me and Alex to chill and just recoup, but we thought, no, let's extend it because we got the guys at Antstream, and we're like, okay, because they were originally going to be there, so we've had to do some moving around. But focus on the main hall. Everyone comes in with their wristbands. Donuts is there to greet you straight away at the start.
Incredible.
So if you're thinking of donuts with like biscotti and Kinder Buenos on them and loads of sugary treats, and they've got shed loads of them.
I'm all into that. So it's going to be a donut for breakfast, I think, Tim.
That's it. So they're Nottingham based. So a lot of the traders and developers and every community groups would try to focus on Nottingham, the Midlands, and just to keep it local. But obviously people like Sore Thumbs, they're from York, so you had to get big names in there as well. But we try to support the local community. So once you're in the main hall here, yes, you're greeted with 3 tables worth. Now, I don't know if they're having backing tables or racks or anything by Sore Thumb Retro Gaming. So if you've ever been to York, you have to go to that shop because it's awesome. And then you turn around, you got Derby, so Midlands based Mobile Games Exchange. So they'll be awesome there with 3 tables and all sorts of things going on. The Computer Museum of Derby will have hopefully computers from the 90s, so like Windows 95, 8 machines, and all retro goodness there. Well done. Who do you have here? Parallel Universe, so based in Nottingham, so 2 to 3 tables worth there, and all sorts of things going on here. We've got the Debug Indie area, so our developers that we've sourced, as well as Debug, bringing along some games as well from Wave as well there. Insignia had now moved up to here because we've only just done that today, so this is updated today. We've moved Insignia live up to there near the developer area. So they're the guys that brought Xbox Live back. So you get to talk to them, you get to see Xbox Live, fingers crossed, working in this venue. But if you talk to Dan about getting online games working in various expos, it's not always straightforward. So Wave Game Studios there, and then what else have we got here? So we've got Light Gun Retro Gaming there with 3 tables again. So this is ram-packed with traders.
Nice.
Evercade Fans Hubs there.
Excellent.
Lizard Retro. I forgot for the life of me who's there. Number 9, who's that? Lincolnshire Toy Hunter. Yeah. And number 7.
About that one.
Yeah, and number 7 is the another Nottingham-based laser tag. So if you like things like Quasar, they have local Quasars. They might do some offers. So if you are in Nottingham over the weekend and want to go Quasar on Sunday, then by all means. But yes, so that's left the main hall. Then you go into the stage area. So Alex, if you want to talk about that.
Well, the stage area?
Area.
I'm trying to look for the list myself and I can't even see it all. But yeah, either way. So yeah, we got Antstream there, number 17, like I said. They'll be bringing. I think that's better. I think they're bringing cabinets, but I'm not entirely sure on their setup yet. But again, as soon as we know more, we'll let everyone know. Number 18 will be the Nintendo Nottingham. They will be doing a Mario Kart tournament, and the finale of that will be on the stage. So that
do we know which version of Mario Kart that is?
I think it's 8 on the Switch.
Yeah, it's 8 Deluxe with, I think, all the downloads as well, the updates and downloads.
Okay. I think I might have to throw my hat into the ring on that one.
Do it. It should be really good fun. And to be fair, the Nintendo crowds are always pretty ravenous, so it should be interesting.
Okay.
We've also got Monster joysticks, which would be awesome because I actually do need to buy a joystick for one of my systems. Rainy Day Gaming. So, like I said, we're going on to more game traders again. We've got a couple charity partners this year. One Voice for Animals UK with a load of gaming and sort of movie related goods. Dream Consoles, another games trader, another charity partner, number 24. So this is all in the other smaller room, slightly smaller room, where this was originally going to be a breakout room for us. And everyone kept contacting us like, can we be part of this? Can we be part of this? We're like, we're going to have to give up the down room. So we have. So yeah, Get Well Gamers is a big charity partner. They're doing an offer which is crazy. They did it at the first event. I think it was something like 5 games for a tenner for PS3 and 360. They literally just bought boxes and boxes of stock with them.
Wow.
Is his name James? I can't remember.
Yeah, his name's James. I mean,
James.
Like you say, Alex, the reason why is because they're a charity for children, and they bring a lot of people donate games that are over the age rating, so they can't physically give them to their children in these hospices and hospitals. So if you're thinking of games like Dead Island and Dead Space and all that sort of stuff, there's going to be plenty of those there. Because last year, that was crazy what they brought.
Yeah,
wow.
It really was.
I mean, that's gonna shift units. That really will. That's a crazy deal. Oh man.
Yeah. So make sure to bring a bit of dosh for that. We've also got MBP UK, which specialise in the manuals for Switch games. They were at OLL as well.
Yeah, I'm glad that by the time I'd found those guys, I'd decided that I wasn't going to be purchasing anything else, because otherwise I was going to purchase everything.
Yeah.
So I think probably what I'm going to have to do is, I don't know, pick my favourites rather than just go, all of it.
I'll just take the lot, please. Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
Such a cool idea.
Yeah, it really, really is. Because that's the one thing that people always say about Switch games is, why is there no manual in there? So yeah, and then we've also got Arcade Frames, which will be awesome. On number 26, right next to the stage there. Obviously, stage area number 27. Guest area will be at the top. Then you guys have also got a table up there as well, right next to the bar, by the way.
Oh, now that is a good design choice. If I ever
see.
thought there was a good design choice, that is it.
There you
Fantastic.
go. We were like, and that's the other thing actually we haven't really discussed, is the fact that last time they had a bar at the other venue, but they didn't really seem to cater very well for what we really needed. But this time, bar is open the whole event, serving your standard teas, coffees, all that, as well as it is a bar, so there is alcohol there as well. So that should be pretty damn interesting throughout the day, because that was the one big thing, is people wanted refreshments, right? So that is there straight on hand. So you could be watching something on stage, watching you guys on stage, and then getting wrecked in the audience. Who knows, eh?
Excellent.
Not that we encourage that.
You might need a drink before watching us on stage to get through it. So.
That'll be a good bit of fun. But yeah, I think that's the whole rundown for the whole event, to be fair.
And I will have to watch this back and hear the whole rundown again, because my connection's been playing up, and I missed pretty much all of that.
Right.
Sorry, guys.
Come on.
Shocker.
So I've had to change my setup, so it seems to be okay now. But I had to dash off and get that working. So apologies for why that was playing a Ghost in the Machine. But no,
said, we are live. So yeah,
what a choice being live.
There's a lot there. There is a lot there. That looks like an absolutely superb floor plan, and I think lots of people have been saying in the chat as we've been going through it, people are dead excited for this. And the fact that there is a floor plan for people to see and kind of be like, oh, this is where that is, this is where that is. Such a cool idea, because it really does kind of, certainly for me anyway, it builds hype, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you kind of, go on, Tim.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Like, definitely, I feel hyped for an event when I see a floor plan and know where everything is. It kind of feels a bit more real then, doesn't it? You can feel like it's just around the corner. You can actually sort of visualize yourself there.
I will say, I have to thank James, to be fair, because James is the one who's done the floor plan. He's very good at all that, to be fair. He's done all of our socials. The only thing I've really done is be me and create like the funky little video that we did for the trailer. But yes, he's done a lot. So I have to say that on stream. I don't have to say that on stream. But
I'm not telling you to say it. You don't have to.
No, he hasn't. But we work very well together, I must say. We're both very different in our approach, aren't we?
You're the face of the event. You do the videos. You're the TikTok person. You're the hype train. I'm just the guy in the back office crunching the numbers.
Yeah.
Well, you work in finance, so it makes sense, right?
It does. It does make sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the video, because I have managed to get that loaded here. I think it's the right video. It's the 3-minute one, right?
Make sure.
Almost. So let's run this. Let's see if we can get some more people really excited for it. So here we go. A trailer for the Nottingham Video Games Expo.
Tell you what, Nottingham Video Games Expo 2022 was pretty damn awesome, right?
It was really good. The amount of traders, devs, people, they're all enjoying it.
Exactly.
The feedback we got as well.
was pretty damn good. I mean, why wouldn't we do another one?
Why wouldn't we do
Should we do
another
another one?
one? Let's do another one.
I think we should do another one,
Yeah.
but where should we go? That's the thing.
Well, it's got to be somewhere in Nottingham, hasn't it? So
City centre?
let's do it.
Hold on a sec. What about there?
Now that is a good idea.
Yes. That's right, we are back with brand new traders, brand new developers, and a gaming area. That's right, not just that.
We've listened to the feedback from our previous event and you wanted to play more games, so what we've done, we've teamed up with the guys at Debug to bring a selection of indie games and developers to showcase their new and great games for you to play. We are also happy to announce that the Derby Computer Museum will be there in the gaming area, showcasing computers across the ages for you to play.
Plus, with every ticket purchased, you get entered into a giveaway for 2 tickets to attend Derby Computer Museum, drawn at the event.
For the first time ever, the team at Insignia Live will be there, showcasing their Insignia service and how to get online with your original Xbox console. Making a return, Get Well Gamers, our charity partner, will be selling a wide range of games and all the proceeds go to the charity.
We've got talks from some pretty special guests that I think you're gonna love, all put together and hosted by Screenplay.
That's right, and the return of Nintendo Nottingham. They'll be bringing along their Nintendo Switches and playing some Mario Kart and other games with some time trials and some tournaments.
Oh yeah, there is more. That's right, and from now there are 40 tickets, 40 adult tickets, going for the special price of just £7 including fees. That's right, £7 including fees, and there's only 40 of them. So this is a kind of early bird start, grab them whilst you can, and then after that prices will revert back to £10 for adults including fees, £5 for children over the age of 6. Children under the age of 6 go in absolutely free. We'll also be having family tickets, that's right, for $24.99, which will get you 2 adult tickets, 2 children's tickets, children being over the age of 6, all for $24.99 including fees. That's right, grab your tickets whilst you can, because let me tell you, they ain't going to stick around for very long. Make sure to follow all the progress over on our Discord, our TikTok, our Twitter and Facebook. And the website, notsvge.com. See you at Nottingham Video Games Expo, 22nd of July, 2023. God, I hate listening to myself.
There we go. If there was ever a
Excellent stuff.
sizzle reel to get you going, that was it. Yeah. That's
What's great, you can see in there, is you've got a real good mix of like traders, developers and talks, and then getting to play games. And that's the 3 things you want from an event, right? If you go to an event like that, you want to shop around, look and buy games. You want to be able to listen to talks and talk to developers, and you want to actually get to play games and play on some stuff. And then refreshments. You're hitting all points there, aren't you? So yeah, really looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
excellent.
James Cameron, director. Yeah, okay.
It's a cool trailer, man. It's really good fun. It really does sort of get you excited. Like Tim says, it shows you the wide variety of what's going to be there. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be absolutely banging. Which is going to lead me on to our last couple of topics. So we've mentioned there's going to be some guests. So I figured it would be good to highlight the guests that are going to be there for people, because we've sort of lightly touched on a couple of people from Rare. We sort of name dropped Gebs, but I think it'd be really good if we can go through with people who are probably getting their tickets sorted, who is going to be there. Because like I said, there's a couple that I am dead excited to come and shake hands with.
Cool. Did you want me to share the site again, or?
Oh, go for it. Plug the site.
dude,
Plug it
cool.
all the way.
Yeah.
Right. And Alex, I mean, by all means, you can talk about these because you sourced quite a lot of these, which is great. I'm sure.
That actually, to be fair, yeah, that is one thing I actually did. I did reach out to a lot of our guests to get them there. Because the one like kind of panel from last year, well, we had a couple of panels, but the one that everyone kept talking about was the Rare panel. So we're like, okay, well, how can we almost up our game with that a little bit? Mm-hmm. So we've brought back Kev, we brought back Dave. This time we've also got Paul Makachek, who is still an employee at Rare right now. So he's already said he can't tell us everything that's going on at Rare right now because there's still stuff going, that they haven't announced, which really is quite exciting because maybe we'll let something slip. As well as that, like I said, we've got Estelle. The fact she was a voice in the Star Fox games, pretty damn incredible. Yeah. Alex Trowers, that's one big thing for me as well, is because I grew up with the Bullfrog games like Theme Park, Theme Hospital, Dungeon Keeper, all the Populous at the beginning. I could keep going. They're the ones that they were the PC games that I grew up playing and loving. So as soon as we got all of those people, it was like, yes, and like I said, to be fair, most of them I just reached out to via, Facebook and Twitter. They're all just, they want to chat, they want to be part of events like this. So that was the other real nice thing, was especially from Estelle, and she was like, oh, she didn't expect to come to an event like this because she doesn't really do them. So that was interesting. That was good.
But seems to be always the great thing with the gaming community, specifically as well with the slightly more retro edge to it, is people do want to talk about these games. I think people are genuinely just pleased that people still want to play them and still talk about them. So to be able to, meet these people that, effectively shaped parts of our childhoods, certainly for me, shaped huge parts of my childhoods. It's great. And the fact that they're all nice people and, want to come to these events and, have us all gush about how wonderful their games are and were. And yeah, that's great for us. And it's great for them. Everybody wins.
Yeah. And to be fair, they, so obviously we've got a table just off the side of the stage where, like last year, they were just happy to, we said, look, just form a queue. They'll be happy to just sign stuff, take photos. They're not charging for any of this, because you've got to remember, when you go to a lot of these big events, they always charge. Whereas game developers are a little bit different. They're just more happy that you love their games. So yeah, they'll kind of go off to the side of the stage, and then you can chat to them, tell them how much you love their games, pick up a copy of something to get then signed. So yeah, that's the one big thing as well, is the fact you actually meet them. That's a big one for me. As soon as you started announcing, because I know you mentioned Kev Bayless, but every now and then you'd sort of message us and be like, you might want to keep an eye on the socials on Friday. You tease. Fine, we'll keep an eye on the, and you'd see that, you see it land and you go, god damn it, that's good. And then another message, a couple of weeks later, Friday.
That's good.
It's a cracking lineup. Funky comment there from Mr. Gozzo as well. Dude, it's going to be fantastic to meet you too. Hit us up on always happy to come onto people's channel. So yeah, fantastic to meet you. Mr. Lowe is he saying he's late again?
Alistair, come on.
You've got about 10-15 minutes, Alistair, then you have to go back and watch the beginning again. Yes, so yeah, dead excited about the guests. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of cool things happening. Let's go with, this is sort of this one will be maybe slightly more off the cuff, but we'll go around and we'll say what everybody's thing will be on this, including myself and Tim. What would you say is something that people shouldn't miss on the day, whether it's checking all the traders out, or if there's a particular guest that you guys are really hyped for? No wrong answers here. But what would you say is your what not to miss on the day?
Well, what not to miss? Well, the whole event. That's
I said to Tim, I said they'll say the whole event.
Done.
Of course, the whole event. No one should miss. No one should miss a thing of it. But if there's one or two things that you think, that's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, I think to be fair, it probably has to be just keep an eye on the stage. The stage is full throughout the entire day. That's the one thing we possibly didn't utilize as much as we could have done the first time round was the stage. You know, like I said, if we do a future event, if this goes well, we would probably go back to 2 days again, and then we'd have even more going on throughout the stage throughout a whole weekend. So yeah, the stage is the big one. The other one, like I said, is because we've been able to partner with Debug, and I believe we hopefully be going to be doing that going forward, meaning that we've got the indie developers there as well. Because developers are the one big thing that even some of the traders said to us last time round. They were like, you just don't get to see developers at events. And at the very least, they don't normally get to be up on stage. So that's the big one. The whole stage thing and the developers, and partnering with Debug is another big one. So yeah, that's my few.
Yep, it's a good few. Same question to you, Mr. Jarvis. What would you say you're not to miss?
Well, for me, it's echo what Alex said. Keep an eye on the stage throughout the day, because there's all sorts going on with it being, because Glastonbury's only just happened recently, so Clone Hero is going to be on stage to open the show, kind of like what Guns N' Roses did to end the show at Glastonbury. And Stream Arcade are going to be there, which is going to be awesome. But for me, it's kind of like the community aspect of it, and Gnome King Games being there showcasing the train. So he was he's a developer from Sneinton, which is Nottingham. It's a little part of Nottingham, little suburb, and he's made a Game Boy game, and physical copies should be sold at the event, I think. So they're going to be there. But
just sorry to interrupt you quickly, James. He's obviously working on the second one as well, so that might even be there.
It might be there, and it was nice to see him there, and just talk to him about it. He was nervous. It's his first event, so so was we. It was our first event, so we was nervous. But for people not to miss, it's whatever they want to make the event really for them. So if you just wanted to go there to socialize with, say, Nintendo Nottingham and just be included in the buzz of things that's happening, for me, that's all it matters for me, is when people go there to have a good time for whatever they want to use this event for. And when they leave and say, that was amazing, because we have so much feedback of people saying it's great, and seeing the photos, the videos, everything on socials, people doing vlogs and everything. It's so nice. So for me, it's not to miss my smiley face there when you tell me that how great this was, or give me feedback for any future ones, So that for me, it's quite humbling to think that people are taking the time out of their days to be with us and spend it with us. So yeah, it's very nice.
Excellent. Mr. Tim, what would you say from everything we've seen is your not to miss?
Well, I suppose the thing I'm looking forward to really is just seeing people. Going to get a chance to see some people that I have had the opportunity of meeting before, and some people that talk to you a lot online and we've had on the show that I haven't actually met face to face. So I'm looking forward to meeting some of the people I haven't actually met yet, and then getting the chance to speak to some more people that we haven't actually talked to yet. So really it's just about mingling and getting to chat to people and talk games like as we do. So. Getting to socialise and see, meet a few friends on the backdrop of a awesome games expo. Yeah, what a better place to do it, eh?
Exactly. The thing that I'm probably most excited about, but my bank balance is really not going to be most excited about, is the traders. I'm just buzzing to see that amount of traders in one place. So I might have to sort of maybe hand my card to Tim, do a lap, see what's there. Then come back and start making decisions.
I'm going to try and do the opposite of that, because when I missed OLL this year because I was away, so I was a bit gutted for that. But when I went to OLL last year, I came away, I didn't buy anything. And I was kicking myself, like, why did I buy anything? I would go on the table, like, well, that looks good. I'll come back to that. I didn't make any decisions. And I spent loads of money that weekend, and I spent all of it at the bar and the restaurant where we were staying. I spent more money in the hotel than at the event. And so this time, going to buy something. Don't care what it is. I'm not going to come away empty-handed. So I came back and realised I didn't buy anything. Why don't I buy like a game or a T-shirt or something? So this year I am buying something. Not just last time was just food and drink. That was it. It's like no, I'm going to come home with something this time.
I think it's going to be hard to not come home with something this time, but I think I'm definitely going to have to do a lap and then make some decisions because, yeah, some of these traders, from looking them up online, it's they're pretty cool. They're going to have some very nice bits, and there's going to be some difficult choices be made. And then, yeah, like pretty much everyone has said it, but the other thing I'm mostly looking forward to is the stage. There's some cool guests on that stage. Cannot wait to hear all those juicy, exciting stories. Like I say, Rare's just got such a big place in my heart from that particular era of gaming. So to hear those legends talk about those games, I can't wait. Genuinely cannot wait. I'm literally buzzing right now, even thinking it's a couple of weeks away yet. But
I mean, it's things like that. It's hearing you saying you're so excited about being there that makes it worth doing. You know, it's stuff like that. You know, people, when you think Rare growing up, the people that made parts of that game are going to be there, and you can ask them questions. You can talk to them on the little table afterwards and get a copy of Killer Instinct signed or whatever, or Blast Corps, anything. You know, chat to them. I don't know. For me, I'm just like, this is amazing. You know, how did we do this, Alex? How did we get Rare there? You know,
but a lot of messaging,
tenacity.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Kev pretty much snapped our hand off as soon as we reached out to him. He's like, "Yeah, I'd love to be there again." So you know, as soon as we had done that, it's obviously Kev's very friendly with Dave and Paul and everything. It was from there pretty easy to get them to come as well. So yeah, and it was just so nice for a developer or Kev, I should try and say, Kev, to get him there. Once he said yes, it was just like, yeah, that's it.
Solid. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. The other humbling part for us is you guys asked us to come and just be a small part of the day. That to us is it always means the world. We like you guys a lot. You're really good friends of ours. We've had the opportunity to meet you both separately. Well, as a hub of Retro Gaming Revival, we've met you both separately in different. We've almost split the group in half, I think, every time we've met you. So, so for you guys to even ask us to come and be a part of it was, it was a no-brainer. It was so, we're very grateful that you've asked us to come up, and just be a part of the big day.
You guys are one of the first people that we wanted there.
That's true. That is actually true.
Yeah, before all the other guests and the traders, it was you guys that we wanted there at this one. So,
you make me blush in a minute.
We love what you do, whether you're on any of the socials. It's always different what things that you do on the socials, and in person as well. And how nice of people that you are actually in person as well. It's not just a facade. You guys are actually really nice people, and that's why we wanted you guys there.
Oh,
no, thank you very much.
That's made me blush.
Really looking forward to it.
Getting a bit teary-eyed in here. Something in the air, obviously.
Yeah.
So
did you want me to talk a little bit about what we're going to do there?
Yes, I thought for the last couple of minutes, I'd just hand over to Tim. Tim's going to explain what we're going to do in the half an hour slot and how we've tried to come up with something that we thought would be fun. And Tim's come up with a pretty fun suggestion. So for anyone in the chat that's going to be there, listen up and take it away, Tim.
Yeah. So what we're going to want to do is, from the start of the event, when we're there, come and talk to us, come and see us, and give us a retro gaming topic that you'd like us to talk about. And we're going to try and get as many off of the crowd there, talk to as many people as we can. And then when we get up on stage, we're going to do a quick fire round. And we're going to pull those topics out, and we're going to try and cover as many retro gaming topics as we can in the slot and go through that. But if you want to say, what do you want us to talk about, you tell us. So I don't know what we're going to talk about because the people there that come and speak to us, they're going to tell us what to talk about. So it's going to be off the cuff as we normally do. So
I like that. I like really that format. Yeah, no, that'll be good. That'll be really, really interesting.
It's gonna be yes, interesting is the word, because I like to have a small plan for things normally, and the only plan this time is there is no plan. Other than we are trusting everybody else to kind of throw topics.
That'd be awesome.
Obviously, we will make sure that the ones we pull out are at worst PG-13, 12 material.
Okay.
There will be no no 15 or 18 rated questions, I think, coming through. We might save them for another stream that we can do, and we can sort of discuss those ones after the watershed.
I hadn't even thought about that, but we should absolutely keep any ones we don't get to. We could do in a future stream, couldn't we?
Yeah,
we could do that. So yeah, let's do that. We'll do as many as we can on stage. Any we don't get to, we will cover on a later RGR live. We'll do that.
That'd be awesome.
So we've briefly run past the idea through Jem, although we haven't told her the up-to-date idea, which is the plan is see what happens, which I'm sure she'll be fine with. But I know she's another person that really enjoys a plan. But I'll tell her this is the plan. So it is a plan. It's just, we're going to be very, very off the cuff and see what natural reactions we get from some of these questions.
I didn't think about this, but Dorbs has just said something in the chat, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Tim. Yes.
Are they going to make an appearance? Perhaps they should.
Yes.
Grim Fandango.
I will
get it on there.
I'll bring them along. I'll bring my balloon crafting.
I don't know if you guys were aware, but it was about maybe a year ago, maybe a bit more now, when Tim let it go on a stream that he could make balloon animals, and then a couple of weeks later he was forced to make a balloon animal, and surprise, surprise, it actually looked like a dog. He finished and you're like, wow, this is. I don't know why I had any sort of air of doubt around it, but it was just
what
one
did
of those
someone
things.
ask for? Did someone ask for a giraffe and it looked like a dog?
No, that was for a dog. I did a dog. I could do a giraffe, actually. Giraffes are not dissimilar to dogs. So I could do dogs and giraffes. So,
So basically, I think as long as anyone asks for a dog or a giraffe,
pretty much. It was anything complicated. I could do a decent sword, because the sword is like a one twist. So that's popular at the kids' parties. Just make a bunch of swords and they run around hitting each other. So
excellent.
Nice.
So I've got that feeling it's going to be a bit like that scene in Family Guy where the guy goes, I with the tattoo, I want the skull. Well, I'm going to do Kermit the Frog. And someone being, I would like a balloon animal Mario. Well, I'm going to give you a dog.
That's pretty much. Everyone goes like, what are you going to do? Can you make me a Mario or Sonic? Like, I can make you a dog.
Yeah,
it could be Yoshi, couldn't it?
Yeah, green balloons, make it Yoshi.
Yeah.
I think that would be fantastic. It's got to be done. Yeah. You've got to bring that, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll 100% be there.
Yes, Mr. Rob Taylor there. Yeah, he can make me a games character with a balloon. Yes, we can make you a dog.
No. Yeah, if there's a games character that is a dog or a giraffe or a variation of a four-legged animal, absolutely, we can do that.
You could just do a Kirby and it would just be literally just a little pink balloon.
Yeah. Or you can do the
white
dog.
I can make Snake from the game Snake. You know, the Nokia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Or you can, if you could do a dog, it can be the white dog from Shadow Dancer. That's a game reference.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Blunder's coming in there as well. Hot there.
Nintendogs. There you go. So there we go. We found some way to link it to gaming, so it's not as obscure as you might think.
Dorbs is still waiting for that Optimus Prime that we said we were going to try.
I'm working on it. It's taking a while. It's still in production.
Excellent. Well, chaps, thank you so much for coming on and talking all things Nottingham Video Games Expo. As you can tell, we are mega excited. I think you'll see from the chat, which has been really buzzing this evening as well. Everyone in the chat is very excited as well. We are, according to your website, we are now 23 days, 12 hours, 54 minutes, and 33 seconds away from the event, which is that's going to go quick. Mm-hmm. That is going to go mega quick. So if anyone doesn't have their tickets, I mean, what the hell are you doing? If you're waiting for payday, fine. That's in 2 days' time. Get on it. Get your tickets. It's going to be an absolute banger of an event. There's going to be some really, really great people there from the community all over. Guys, congratulations on getting this event going. I think, like Essex said in the chat earlier, hopefully this will become an annual thing. And I think it's got got that potential to be that and the annual event. You know, I mean, Nottingham Video Games Expo rolls off the tongue, man. It rolls off the tongue. So yeah, cannot wait. Really looking forward to seeing you guys in 23 days. And yeah, just thank you very much for coming on and chatting all things about the event. So yeah, is there anything else you want to plug or anything else you want to tell people before we close off?
Just my pleasure. Everyone in the chat, thank you for your kind words and questions and everything and feedback and everything. It means a lot. And thank you both, Ollie and Tim, for taking the time out to bring us on here. That's great as well. Your channel's great, and your community as well. And there's nothing really for me to plug on my channel, but it's just I just hope that you guys all love what we're going to do at this event. We can't wait.
Of course we will. Of course we will. Cannot wait. Mr. Out, any final words?
Yeah, actually, because obviously we love the fact there's loads of events out there now. There is another event that's happening in August, which is the Timeless Gaming Convention, which is Amy and Mag. So theirs is in Bury in the Arcade Club. And by the way, if you use the code SEGAAL, you get 15% off to their event. Just so you know, it's right there. That's in August. I believe it's. Let me get the dates. I think it's 15th. Is it 6th? I can't even remember. I should know this really. Let me have a look. Just to 100% confirm. I think it's the 16th. I should really know this. It is the 16th. Yeah. So if you do want to get your tickets, get those now. They're going pretty rapid, but you will get 15% off if you use that code, which I will be tweeting out shortly as well. But obviously, more importantly, Nottingham Video Games Expo, July 22nd.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
That is first. So get your tickets in for that. Then do this one. Everyone's a winner.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys again for coming on. Thank you everyone in the chat for watching live along with us. Thanks for all the interactions. And if you're watching this back or have somehow found us through random YouTube searches and algorithms, and you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that subscribe button. That helps us out an absolute ton. And just give the video a little thumbs up so that we know that you've been here and you've enjoyed the content. So guys, thank you again so much. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, and for everybody watching, we will see you in the next video. So good evening.
Bye.